I don't think she deserves to be SmackDown Women's Champion. And also, when you had her promo on SmackDown, it was pretty much cut and paste, same as how Alexa does her promos. She does like, oh, I'm starting it off as a nice face promo. I couldn't get here without any of you. Psych! It's all about me. That was the Carmella promo that she had to open SmackDown this past week.
And you know what? Alexa's done that twice. It actually works for her. Like Alexa she does it great.
Does more than that. She's done it more times than twice. But like you said, yes, it works for her. They're just trying to pretty much make a carbon copy for Carmella, like carbon copy of Alexa Bliss onto Carmella, and it just doesn't work. And the fact that they're pushing her booking wise to be having these people who are 10 times better than her, they have to dumb them down so she can look good. I'm sorry, I can't handle that. I don't believe in that at all.
You shouldn't be a champion if they have to dumb down that much. Like Seth Rollins and Elias, he didn't have to dumb down too much. He went down.
Honestly, what I mean by dumb down with Seth Rollins, he just had to basically slow down.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. And then he did the whole running all over the place at the end. But when it comes to Carmella, they just have to not just slow down, but just let her try and do some things. She fucked up a roll-up. A roll-up!
The only thing worse
than than Dana Brooke breaking up of a pin, putting your foot on the ropes.
Twice
Is failing how to do a roll-up. Thank you, Carmella, you trash.
I still like Carmella.
Of course you do.
Okay, why? Smartass. Why do you think I like Carmella?
Only because you've been saying you like Carmella since the beginning of time.
That is not... But can you identify why? I have not been saying it since the beginning of time.
Because you're trying so hard to see something that isn't there with her.
No. If that would be the approach I take to Roman Reigns, where I try to like him, but it just doesn't work out. With Carmella, she's at least got some sort of character. She's got some degree of charisma that I can still get invested in. So, yeah, I still like her.
I said she has her character down. She has the mic, but when it comes to how it connects with her ring work, it doesn't. It fights against the character that she's going for. That she's presenting herself as. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe any of the shit she does. At least when it comes to in the ring, like when you had her on SmackDown after the promo, after James Ellsworth came out. Actually, in my opinion, James Ellsworth being there actually helps her, because it actually goes to that point.
It always has.
It comes down to the point where her being booked as a weak champion that needs help winning, which they should be doing with her to begin with. With one thing with Charlotte, had the Iconics come out and cost Charlotte the match instead of like a tweaked knee, and then she kicked it in 1, 2, 3. This is bullshit booking when it comes to actually booking these matches. The character wise, she does have it down. I will give her that. But when it comes to how she presents it in the ring, it goes against the character she's going for, and it doesn't work because she's not that well. She's not that good.
Honestly, as far as her character and what she does in the ring, like, even though she shows up as physically capable, even though I still
physically capable,
the way she's booked, you know what I mean. I still see her bringing in outside help like James Ellsworth. I see that in character as honestly just an insurance policy, where she's so shook by Asuka she doesn't know if she can get it done. So regardless of what ends up happening, she ends up calling in Ellsworth. She ends up calling in the Iconics.
But here's the thing.
She didn't end up calling the Iconics.
Here's the thing with Ellsworth, okay? If you're going to do that, if you're going to play the so desperate to beat Asuka that you have to call Ellsworth, you can't have any offense.
But that's not what happened.
That's not what happened, so it doesn't make any sense.
Hear me. It makes sense in the fact where it's not that she physically cannot handle Asuka. It's that she's scared of Asuka.
But she's made that. But they've been pushing that she's not scared, and to a point where like
she's a heel.
As we've
she's
been
lying.
No,
not how they've been booking her.
If they're booking her to be that desperate to beat Asuka that she needs insurance policies like that, and then none of this booking makes sense. You can't.
And now it's at that point where when you
can't justify
when you had
it.
the James Ellsworth showing up, it made Asuka look like a complete idiot. If they did the initial roll up instead of her kicking out and then going back to.
Yeah, they've completely
going?
killed Asuka at this point.
Not in my heart.
I wouldn't. It's not in a good position at all. I don't say she's killed, but she's not in a good position.
You know who is killed though?
Is that a segue for the next match?
That is a segue for the next match.
Yes, AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match.
This is sad.
Shinsuke Nakamura, consider yourself done in the main event picture for a good long while.
That's
now.
harsh.
No, I'm saying it. He lost 6 WWE title matches. Lost them. Okay? 2 to Jinder Mahal. He's done.
Though to be fair, two of those matches he technically didn't lose. It just ended.
Well, either way, okay. And then you lose it clean. The feud's over. The feud's done. Okay. They're not. This obviously shows that Vince McMahon doesn't have any faith in Shinsuke Nakamura or Asuka. I'm going there.
In my opinion,
and the fact that this feud. Okay, the match was great.
Oh, this was my match.
This was really good. It's the best match of the 3. Without best match, no. I don't count that great.
Well, I do.
Rumble. Well, either way,
you should because they keep bringing it up.
Well, either way, it's the best match of the series that they've had. Okay, but it doesn't really mean much in the long run because the dude you turned heel, okay, you had lose the entire feud. Like, he never... They turned him heel for no reason. You would think that, like, hey, I turned bad. I'm going to get one over on... I'm going to get at least one over on AJ Styles before they give... AJ Styles was always going to end this as the champion. That's just the way it was. That's just the way it was going to be. But you would think at least Shinsuke Nakamura would get one over on him. Never happened.
He did get one over on him, just in a non-title match.
Yeah,
it was the match. It was the match to name the stipulation to the last man standing.
Yeah, fuck that. It was. So Shinsuke Nakamura is knocked down to doing Willow shit with Jeff Hardy, which isn't really.
He needs.
That's not a demotion.
Which is it kind of is.
The United States is a demotion.
Kind of is.
I'm talking
why do you
strictly
think
about.
Why do you think Dolph Ziggler dropped the U.S. title?
I'm
and he's
only
not dropping the
talking
Intercontinental
about
title because that's a title actually worth.
I'm only talking about not even check all the titles at the door. Just the marquee value of Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy alone.
Well, they had the marquee value of Nakamura versus Styles, but they fucked that up. So what makes you think that I do?
It was a good series of matches that only got better.
But it didn't.
I'm actually seconding that. I
it didn't. But for me, it didn't help Nakamura at all. It didn't because
I question that.
It brought him back to a place after that Jinder Mahal fiasco. But yeah, okay, whatever. But okay, you turned him heel at WrestleMania after losing. Okay, and he doesn't do anything And he punches AJ Styles in the balls a bunch of times. Ooh.
I will.
Oh.
I will say, when it comes to basically building the promos, it actually gave Shinsuke more character than just the rock star. He actually showed why he is the rock star.
Yeah,
he did. He actually developed his. He actually got more comfortable with his character,
and that's all well and good. English. And that's so well and good.
And he still shows he's great in the ring. He just he still needs some work to do to be that point where Vince can see him as a world title guy. And in my opinion, at least, everyone knows how I feel about the United States Championship, but him winning it will actually benefit him.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it's almost like Shinsuke Nakamura is good for mid-card titles.
Yeah. Yes.
IWGP Intercontinental title, anybody? I mean, come on.
Jericho's now a 10-time Intercontinental Champion.
There you go. It can be done. But anyway, moving on. Speaking of can it be done, we had Ronda Rousey defeat Nia Jax, but by DQ. And then what happened, fool?
Alexa
first let's go over
the match first. Because this was good.
This was really good.
This was awesome.
This was the WrestleMania match was like the first test, but it's like she's with Triple H, she's with Kurt Angle. I think it was pretty much going to be good regardless. She's wrestling Nia Jax in her first singles match. Okay, this was the real test.
She made Nia Jax look good.
She made Nia Jax look really good. She made Nia Jax look the best she's ever been. Okay, so Ronda Rousey, you need some work on your promos and your character, and you finally got that moment that I've been waiting for on Raw the night after. But
even the promo, she only said 2 sentences, and really that's all she needs to do.
Yeah. So
if she wants to if you want long promos with her, just give her a mouthpiece.
Oh, I'm not talking about long promos or whatever. But
that's
you
the thing
showed
she
me.
Needs to work
you
on.
showed me that that it wasn't a one-time thing. Like, you're really good at what you do in the ring. So kudos.
Yeah, she was. She was selling all of Nia's moves like a champ. She was a natural. Yeah, she is a hardcore natural. When she when people say, "Oh, UFC," if they show up, they don't really care. She cares. She is 100% in this, and I love it. She's selling it like a champ. And now, with what she did on Raw,
I'm in.
Minus the whole beating Kurt Angle with the briefcase, because it just for me this is how it felt. This is how it felt like. I thought you were my friend.
Even her beating her, I gotta tell you, she wasn't going all in. She wasn't going all in on those shots to either one. Like she wasn't going all in on the briefcase shots to Alexa Bliss either.
Count it.
No.
Count it.
No. Don't go that way. No.
That's not
how it works.
That's not how this briefcase works.
But yeah, she needs to learn how to swing a briefcase and make it look believable, and not murder her opponents at the same time. That's gonna be another test. But those were really weird looking briefcase shots to both Alexa Bliss and Kurt Angle on Raw.
Well, then again, I'm sure they just wanted to, they were in the heat of the moment and they just didn't want to have anyone get legitimately hurt or anything like that.
Definitely destroyed those referees though.
And in the shocker of the night, who would come out?
Kane still has the shortest cash-in.
Followed by Dean Ambrose, followed by Alexa Bliss. Mm-hmm. Because she came out, that's how you swing a briefcase.
To be fair, I didn't think Alexa's swings were that great either. Having the handles, she was just going... And Nia, I think Nia was overselling it, really. She was just like...
And Nia Jax will be flopping in there.
I'm so beautiful. I'm so beautiful.